This project has been built using reclaimed and recycled lumber that has been edge glued together. Building a project like this will decrease the cost component, but will most certainly increase the time it takes to complete the project. Also, some of the panels can be unwieldy after final glue up depending on the characteristics of the individual boards in each panel. I guess the point that I'm trying to make is weigh the pros and cons of doing it the way that you see me doing it as opposed to just buying a sheet of plywood and saving the hassle of all the glue and clamping. Point taken? Point taken. I'm starting out with the base unit, bottom panel, back panel. Throw a clamp in places that look like they need a little extra attention. The side panels, I thought about just leaving square and then throwing some doors on the front to hide the compressor. But then I thought, well, what if weight becomes an issue, so maybe I don't want to do that. Perhaps I'll just take an angle off of the corner. I'm not going to be too concerned with the accuracy of this. Just make sure I cut a straight line from point A to point B. Glue those in place with a couple of tacks just for the moment because they're only going to be there long enough for me to be able to do this. Bottom base, check. On to the top portion. All the routing I'm going to do on the top portion of this project is going to be on the side panels. You can go to my website, simplyeasydiy.com, for a complete list of measurements along with a cut list. Now this is the last time I'm going to show me doing the dowels. You've seen it, you got it, you know what I'm doing. I use them throughout the project. The center shelves can slide in as such. All right, let's stack and mount and stack. That completes the basic structure. Time to mount the wheels. I took a 2x4 and cut a couple 4-inch pieces so that I can drill a hole through a rough center. Yeah, I've been at this a while, can you tell? I'm going to mark the location of the corresponding hole on the base unit by lightly tapping the bit with a hammer. Looks like I'll be buying a new one of those. Then bolt those to the bottom of the unit. Now ideally what I wanted to do was get a rod that was long enough to go all the way through the unit. That way when I mounted the wheels, I could be sure that they were on the same plane. However, when I was talking about this project with a friend of mine, he just happened to bring up that he had these in his garage and asked if I wanted them. So not being one to look a gift horse in the mouth, I said yes, and so that's what I'm using to make it work. These are the side walls for the top storage compartment. Now this was a last minute design change. You know what they say about best laid plans. More scrap lumber supplies the stops for the top doors. Speaking of the top doors, let's mount those along with the side doors. Again, these are scrap lumber glue-ups, a little bit better quality this time. I spent a little time cleaning up the outside, removed the glue squeeze out, chamfered the edges, but on the inside, I just let that go. As a drill sergeant I had once said to me, you've got to know when to do what. Some magnetic catches to keep the side doors from swinging all over the place. No catches on the top doors, but they will get these handles I shaped out of, well, what else? Scrap lumber. Now I'll attach this doohickey thingy to the front of the thingamabobber thing for the hose. Yep, my high school English teacher would be so proud. 2 birds, 1 stone, as the saying goes. The hinges for the top doors need a little support. This strip of scrap will help with that, and by extending them past the edge of the unit, I can also attach the supports for the bar handles. Those are just some 2x4s cut with a discretionary angle and an appropriately sized hole drilled to about 9/16. And I can hear the question, why 9/16? Well, it's a nice round number. A few extra screws from the inside should sturdy that up. One last thing, I took a piece of scrap and rounded over the edges. Then I took a piece of 2x2 and attached those together. 2 of those attached to the back of the compressor cart will give me a place to wrap the 50-foot extension cord. Connecting that to a power strip will supply power to not only the air compressor, but also any other tool I may need on site. Well, I see my son has claimed space for himself. SimplyEasyDIY.com for all the measurements and a cut list. Don't forget to find me on Facebook and Pinterest. You can check the description. I'll have all the links. Subscribe if you haven't for more simple and easy DIY projects. Until then.